some people are so upset because Instagram took away their likes. Like you can't tell how many people like. Yeah, and Instagram said that it was a mistake, but the fact that people need to see how many people love me today, because they're not feeling likes, they feeling love. They like, oh my goodness, they love what I look like. And in all actuality, sometimes people are looking at you and they're laughing and they're liking your page because they're laughing. And that's not to dog anybody. I don't want anybody to feel any kind of way, but I do want us to be very careful about the content that we're putting out there because we're representing ourselves. Like I have a t-shirt that says the internet never forgets. And I wear it at least once a week, and I wear it in public on purpose because I want you to know once you put it on the World Wide Web, like people don't remember www no more. Like www means World Wide Web. So once you put something out there, it is literally there for everybody to see. It's there forever because even if you kept it up for 10 seconds, a million people could have seen it in the 10 seconds. And I know a whole bunch of people who do screenshots.
I was gonna say they try and put things up and take them out. They
Listen,
screenshot it immediately.
screenshot it immediately. And then you're looking around. And this is what's even worse. It's one thing for it to be the person who is like a random fan or a random person who's just on your friends list, but now we've gotten to the point where businesses are even
Yeah.
getting on there, like all these media outlets are even getting on there so they can catch you slipping. Like we've gotten to a place where social media is really petty.
Yeah,
Like
it
it can
is.
be used, the powers for good, but they're used for evil. Like it's an opportunity to show people how awesome you are, and an opportunity to really share the great things about yourself, share your talents. Like I do some of everything, and I want to share my gift with other people, but at the end of the day, who's going to receive my gift and how are they going to receive my gift?
Who deserves
Yeah.
it?
Who deserves?
Yeah.
And like one thing that stopped me from doing like my YouTube page and posting live on Facebook before is because I was always trying to figure out what my hair looked like. Like if I get on social media and people are looking at me, okay, what are they thinking? They're not think. Sometimes they're not thinking about my content. They're thinking about what I look like.
Yeah.
They're looking at my lips. They're looking at my eyebrows. They're looking at my nose. If if I got on the wrong type of clothes, they're looking at that. Hey, yeah. If they're looking at all kinds of things. Sorry, you guys. For those who you guys aren't even in the studio, so someone was going by waving. So I was just saying hi to them. But anyway, so for everybody who is nervous about social media and posting and starting your business and really getting an audience, I get you. I get you because I'm struggling with the fact that when I make my page to sing, are my notes going to come out right? Is someone going to say I'm too high, I'm too low, my voice isn't is pitchy? Is it am I real, am I fake, am I this, am I that, am I too fat, too skinny? Well, they ain't gonna call me too skinny. They're not gonna call me too skinny.
As long as you stand in your truth, it doesn't matter.
It
That's
doesn't.
it.
And in
That's it.
in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter.
As long as
That's
you
it.
stand in your truth, and those who are genuine, they're gonna gravitate to you, and that's what you want. The ones who's willing to gravitate to you are the genuines,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
because of what they see.
yeah. And that's what I love about having this show right now, because I'm getting an opportunity to share my personality and share my friends with everybody. And you know um I've been kind of excited for a long time. I can start a conversation with anybody, but this gives me an opportunity to kind of get some feedback.
Yeah.
Okay, let me know what you're thinking. Let me know how you feel about this.
All right.
J Rob.
Yes.
So,
What's going on?
so when you think about social media, do you have anything that you just want to stay away from?
Um.
Like any particular sites or any particular content?
Uh. I mean, if
Kind
you,
of hard,
yeah,
huh?
because I don't, because it's not that. Once again, that's a good question because I've never really sat and actually thought about, well, what wouldn't I take a look at, or what wouldn't I be interested in, or what wouldn't I engage in? I just automatically know it when when I see it or when I stumble across it. But um, as far as the social media, I just try to stay away from things that's promoting a somewhat of a negative message.
Yeah,
I can't say that
yeah.
I can't say that everything I always say is right or politically correct or anything like that. But most of the time when I'm saying something or doing something, I'm trying to give some type of insight, or I'm trying to spread some form of knowledge itself, and a lot of the social media does a lot of different brainwashing, you know. Um, uh, it's the relationship between media and people. It shapes the perception of reality.
Oh, you tell it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen so many people who I respected before they got on social media, and
Yeah,
then I was like, ew, like your personality
You get
sucks.
yourself in your mouth. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, reality TV isn't social media, but I kind of put it in the same realm. And so I was watching. I won't even say any names, but like, yeah, I won't even say any
you
names.
know who you are
You
when you hear the
when
message.
you hear the message, but there are actually a few people who, when I saw them on social media, I didn't like them no more. I couldn't listen to their music anymore. I couldn't watch their show anymore. I just was like, ew, that's you in real life. Like it social media will reveal the real you, and sometimes you suck, people.
See, I'm the type I may still follow just to see what maybe I shouldn't be doing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
Let me watch this train wreck and see
You
what
know
I
they
need
say
to
you can learn a lot from a dummy. They say that.
Listen, you know, I used to tell my kids all the time, like, you could learn something from a drunk man. If a
do.
drunk man tells you not to drink, look at his life
Yeah.
and listen.
Hmm,
You know what I
Pay
mean?
attention.
like pay attention.
Hear the message, but pay attention to what you see.
Yeah, like he telling you not to drink. Look at his life. There's a reason for that. And sometimes people do just the opposite because they want to prove that they're the head of their house, or they live their own life. Oh, you make your own decisions, but you were stupid enough to fall for the same okey doke. I said okey doke. I'm getting old for real.
just because it's the decision that you want to make, don't always make it the best decision.
Exactly.
I'm into making the better decision.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Well, I
I
tell
done
my
bumped my
kids,
head plenty enough times to come to that realization also though.
when
Yeah.
it comes to decision, I tell my kids, do what's right, not what's popular.
Hmm.
Yes.
Do what's right, not what's popular. Because sometimes a popular convention can really put you in a bind and have you somewhere you should not be.
Yep. I tell my kids two things. I repeat after my father. My father always tells us, do it right, and get it over with.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother always taught me to treat others the way you want to be treated.
Mm-hmm.
And if you live by those two things, then you have honor, you have integrity, you have purpose, and you don't have to look over your shoulder because you've already established that you are a person that people can trust, that people can really have faith in, that they can depend on you, and that you're going to always be this stand up person. Like even when people ain't watching. And that's what I tell my kids all the time. Integrity is doing what's right even when people aren't watching.
Hmm.
And on social media, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, if we really think about it, the stuff that we put on there versus stuff that sometimes gets leaked about people, if people were doing the right thing in certain areas, you can't leak me doing something bad. You
Right.
know,
Right.
you can't leak me mistreating somebody. Now I will say we learned a whole bunch about editing. So you can definitely edit and make somebody look like trash. But if your overall personality, like that situation with Kirk Franklin, I don't know if y'all heard about it.
His son,
Yeah, him and his
I
son.
still ain't seen it.
Well, you don't
Heard the
really,
audio.
yeah, you don't really have to hear the audio. I mean, Kirk was cussing, but at the end of the day, and I don't disregard that, but I will say that we have probably all been there with our children where they've gotten us to that point, And not to mention, I think Kirk Franklin was so honest about so many pitfalls, so many things that he wasn't great with.
He was honest about being human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then people were able to receive him in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't judging him as harshly.
Genuine people.
Genuine people.
Because some people was trying to get at him as
Some
far
people.
as
Yeah.
that's crazy.
That's true.
Well,
That's
well,
true.
probably
People understand you are human. They give you that leeway.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what's important, you know, to live in integrity, live in that place where people can always look at you and see the real person you are. And I think I live my life like that. You know, people can depend on me, people can trust in me, and people can know that even if I don't know how to do it, I'm honest enough to tell you, like, look, I don't know how we gonna get this done, but we gonna do it together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta say, I understand everything, but knows nothing.
Yeah, right. Like I heard all that stuff. No, I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know,
Figure out together.
but we can figure it out together. You know, and I think that's an important thing when we're dealing with social media, to recognize that it's something that's made to bring us all together, not to separate us. It's something that's used in order to connect us to new people, new places, new products, new businesses, new opportunities. And if we take the time to actually reach out and see what's going on in the world, that we can actually have a better life. You know, if we allow social media to be a bad place, then it will be. But we have the control over it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys, it's only about a minute and a half before 7. And so I think what we can get from this is what dawned on me today is how important social media is to our lives.
Mm.
I think it's very important to remember how powerful it can be, how positive it can be, and how real it can be. So I just want to thank Kev for joining me today. He's my co-host, so you'll see him a lot more. And I'd like to thank our yes, this is his first week, but this will not be the last time. And we want to thank J. Rob for joining us tonight.
No, thank you for having me.
You're
Thank you.
very
Really.
welcome.
So what do you got going on, J. Rod? You got anything special going on as far as school wise?
Um. Well, I have the.
To let us know what's going on or how people can reach you.
Okay, I appreciate that. Uh, right now I just have a few demos and I have demos and uh premiere projects that has to be done to get ready for graduation. But other than me getting ready to get my material in and get everything done, if I can, I just wanted to give a shout out for everybody to be on the lookout for my YouTube page. That's EDTS, easier done than said. God body with brother Yahya, aka Perry Mason, because I'm always on the case. I'm always on the case for
Yes.
more knowledge, more self love, more improvement. Peace.
And that's our show this evening. Thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in to O Comes the Dawn. I'm Alicia, your host, and I'll see you next week.